You want to know what's weird?
What?
Right when we pressed record, the air conditioning came on.
Yeah, because this place is haunted and the
I
ghosts
think it
hate
is.
us.
I think it's haunted.
I think the ghosts hate us.
Well, no, but I think that they're good ghosts because they turned the AC on for us.
Oh, I thought you were saying it was bad because then you can hear it.
I thought they were like, well, let's make it nice and cool for them.
Oh. Well, yeah, okay.
And then earlier, I went to the bathroom, and I felt like, first of all, I felt like a weird presence when I went into the bathroom, when I opened the bathroom door. And then you thought you heard somebody calling your name.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like you, and I thought you were like, hey, Allie. It made me, like, hurry up and get out of the bathroom, and I was like, yeah? And then you didn't say anything, and then I was like, Kirsten? And you were, like, all the way at the other end of the hall.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it is spooky season.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and, you know, we had a lot of, like, moon activity stuff going on, and it is that time of year.
That's that time.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, but we've had, I feel like, a lot of creepy experiences here. Not like, nothing like definitely ghosts, but it just...
It has a weird vibe.
Yeah, and we're often here at night, so it's like...
We're the only ones here. It's quiet. Like, we can hear if someone says your name. And it's... Because it's only one of us. And if it's not you saying my name...
And it's not you saying your name.
It's not me saying my name.
Then...
Who could it be?
What other options do we have?
Yep.
Ghosts. Oh, wouldn't it be creepy if we did like some kind of reading in here sometime?
Yeah.
Next month is going to be kind of a spooky month, like a cult month.
Yeah.
We haven't chosen the exact topics, but because it's October, we're going to do some more similar topics to what we did last October. If you are a true fan, then you know.
You know.
Last October, we did a lot of fun stuff. So we're going to do some more fun stuff this October. And we got to figure out who we're going to interview because our whole thing is at the end of the month, we want to do an interview.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have ideas for some kind of like witchy, Halloween-y person that we could interview.
If you read tarot.
Or you're a palm reader, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe you have an experience the other side.
Maybe you're a medium.
Yeah, or maybe you have an experience, though.
Yeah.
Hit us up. Because we want to hear some fun stories. Last year, we had people tell us, like, their spooky ghost stories, remember?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, we had some
like
cool
that.
ones.
We should do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we will.
Yeah.
If you have some stories.
Yeah.
That's what's going on next month.
Yeah.
And let's talk about our weeks.
Okay.
What did you do this past week?
Well, it's been really busy for me because I've been going to the office every day, and that's like an hour or more drive.
Fuck that.
So it sucks, but I got to see like my coworkers who I love and my boss who I love. But yeah, it's just been work. One of those weeks.
No, but this week you went to that. Oh, that wasn't that exciting. The
art
show.
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Let me talk about the art show. Okay. So I did actually on this weekend. I went to an art show that Tori invited us to. It was really cool because the artist is into politics and it's like political art, political statements.
I saw that like fat Trump statue.
Yeah,
thing.
with the pee-pee.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a big Trump statue with a tiny, tiny little dick, which was funny. There's also like Ku Klux Klan members dressed as clowns, but with their like white outfit on hanging from the ceiling.
Oh, interesting.
Like there were just a bunch of them just like hanging from the ceiling. And one of our friends was like, that makes me feel uncomfortable. And I was like, well, I think it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were wearing like clown shoes and pants was kind of funny to me.
Yeah, because they're clowns.
Yeah, fuck them. It was really cool. But then in the alley of, like in the back alley of the art show, there was a bunch of people huffing whippets, the Nas, the balloons. They're huffing the balloons, the kids. And I didn't realize that the sound of a balloon getting huffed, I don't know how else to describe it, is my least favorite sound in the entire world.
I get like, some people don't like the sound of like balloon, like latex rubbing against things. So that makes sense.
Well, it's not even that. It wasn't like the sound of that. It was like the that sound, but it was like times 30. Like there were so many people back there doing it. I've never seen anything like it. Like I
feel like that kind of like warehouse party scene in LA lately, everybody's doing whippets.
I don't know what that was. It was so weird. It was like the whole back alley was filled with people just with big ass balloons just sucking on them.
That's what people be doing these
days. And there were so many, and the noise was so awful. It was like,
I don't get it. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't get it either.
Have you done it before?
I did it one time.
Me too.
And I was like, okay, that lasted for 2 seconds, and now that's it. Like, I can tell I just killed a few brain cells.
I mean, I've probably done it more than once, but the one time that I really remember was in college, and we were drinking too, and I got really sick. Oh. Because I'd been like doing a lot of whippets, and then I guess like also just from drinking a lot of alcohol too, I like was throwing up a lot that night. But yeah, it's just like you do it, and you feel like a little dizzy and like lightheaded and like funny for a little bit, and then
it
goes away.
Yeah. But it was just, I didn't know, because I have a couple of like trigger sounds that it makes my skin crawl when I hear, like when someone revs their loud ass engine driving by. I hate that. It puts me in the worst mood. Too.
That like brings a huge anger.
It makes me so angry, and it like it's just like like that's how I feel. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt with this sound, and it was everywhere, all around me. And I had to literally like leave the alley and go inside because I was like, I can't handle it out here. This is freaking me out. I hate it with all my heart. I want to punch something. Like it's nails on the chalkboard to me. So I discovered that about myself this weekend.
I bet it's due to the ADHD.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too.
Well, also like that kind of party is stimulating as it is. Yeah. So it's like there's like a lot going on. And so like maybe you're already a little bit overstimulated, and then that like added to it.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because there were a lot of people there. And, you know, I think I had like one drink while I was there. So it wasn't like I was, you know. But maybe if I was drunk, I would have been able to handle it more.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
But I literally, like, all of our friends were standing out there. Nobody sucked up a balloon, but they were standing out there smoking like cigarettes and blunts and stuff. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, I just went inside by myself and like walked around. I was like, I can't be out here.
I feel you on that.
Whew, it was bad. But that's something I never knew about myself, so
we can't be doing whippets around alley.
Yeah, at least not like 20 to 30 people at the same time.
No whippet parties.
No whippet parties,
alley.
Please. Please.
So we have a new background again.
Okay. This is the last time we're going to talk about our fucking background.
Well, but it's different.
And we're going to do a poll. We're going to see which one's the best. Listen,
guys,
these backgrounds have really given us a headache.
It's like hanging by a thread
right now. By a thread. Like it might literally fall down while we are doing this.
It took us forever to figure this out. But actually, somehow all of the materials that we brought with us ended up being what we needed.
Yeah, it was good. We're trying to figure out our thing. You know?
And let us know what you guys like. If you guys like this. See, but this thing is... it's old. I've had this fur for a long time, and it kind of smells weird.
It kind of smells weird.
It's a little funky.
But I'm getting used to it by now.
Yeah, I don't really smell it that much anymore, but I don't know. Tell us, do you guys like this fur? Is it cute?
The fur? Oh, someone on our TikTok said that our black background looked like a swanky jazz club.
Okay, maybe we want to do the black one.
She was like, I kind of love it. And I was like, all right. I could see us like smoking cigars, like, you know, in this chair.
Once we have our own studio.
Yeah. We can smoke cigars.
We can smoke cigars.
Because we love smoking cigars.
We are cigar smoking gals. That's like one of the things we do for as a hobby.
You guys, if you know us,
one of our biggest hobbies.
If you know us,
smoking. We're connoisseurs.
We love cigars,
especially like Cuban ones.
The Cuban ones, also
Mediterranean ones.
Also,
Portugal.
Portuguese cigars.
Mm-hmm. Brazilian
cigars.
I don't even know if these countries are known for their
Spanish cigars.
There is a cigar shop like near our house.
Is there?
In Los Feliz, yeah. We could
I'm
try it sometime.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't get cigars.
Yeah, here's the thing, because like you're not supposed to inhale them, so I don't really understand.
I did smoke one at my friend's wedding because her husband was smoking them with the guys, and I was like, oh, are all the guys
I really don't understand
smoking the cigars over here?
If you're not inhaling it, then
like, is a guy party over here? And I walked up and I was like, can I try a cigar? And I sat down and took a little puff, and I was like, don't get it. Bye.
Yeah,
I tried
weird.
it. I just don't get it. I don't really. I mean, maybe they like the taste.
I guess.
But
they must get like some kind of nicotine high from it too.
Yeah,
like maybe you're like inhaling a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe it seeps through your glands.
Could be.
Something. Could be. I don't know. I don't get cigars, but
yeah.
Just don't get it.
Not me.
Not me.
Well, this week I had one exciting thing happen.
Tell us.
I found a kitty cat. A little baby kitty cat.
She cute.
Yeah. So I was just outside my apartment. Yeah. And I saw this little like black and white thingy flash. Mm-hmm. And I was triggered immediately because
Mochi.
Last time I saw that was my cat that got out. Yeah.
And she got in a fight.
Yeah. And so I was like immediately like zoned in on this little person. Little thing.
Little person.
Little being. And I noticed it was not Mochi, but another black and white cat. She was kind of like hiding behind the bushes. And I was like, Langston, get a treat. Because I didn't want to lose eyesight of her. Mm-hmm. So Langston brought the treats out. And it only took like a little bit of coaxing. And she came up to me and I had one of those little like squeezy tube treats.
Yeah, oh, they love those.
The churros.
Yeah.
And she licked that right up. And then she let me pick her up and take her inside. And so I took her inside and she was riddled with fleas, covered in fleas, but she was wearing a flea collar. So I was like, this is definitely somebody's kitten.
Yeah.
But the collar didn't have a tag or anything on it. And so I did the thing. Like I posted her to like all the different Facebook groups and to Nextdoor. And I had you post. Yeah. Did anybody respond to those?
There's like, she's cute. But no.
Well, she is cute.
They didn't. Nobody knew her.
Yeah, so, I posted her everywhere. I even, texted some of my neighbors, and nobody had seen her before. I did have one person, so I had this interesting interaction, with the complex next to mine, because she was kind of, going into the bushes, towards that complex, so I was like, maybe that's where she hangs out. And so, after I'd brought her inside, I, was walking around outside to see if there's anybody looking for her, and I went into that complex, and there's this girl. She's, a teenager girl, and she's, sitting there, and I was like, I showed her the picture of the cat, and she's like, I was like, have you seen this cat around? Do you know whose it is? And she was like, oh, yeah, I've seen that cat. She's like, yeah, I've seen it. And I was like, well, do you know whose it is? And she's like, oh, it's your cat. Let me pet it. And I was like, oh, she's tweaking.
Are you on drugs?
I just realized she was kind of shaking her legs a lot and
on drugs.
And then she kept being like, where's the cat? Let me see your cat.
Oh my God.
And I was like, okay, well,
gotta go.
Maybe she did see the cat before. I don't know. I can't really trust that.
Who knows, man.
But,
hopefully she gets some help.
Yeah, I mean, she was really young, and it seemed like she lived there. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's the only maybe that I got that had seen her before, but it wasn't a very reliable source. So yeah, posted her all the places, no hits, and then we took her the next day to the vet, and she has no chip. So I think we're gonna keep her.
I think you should. Mm-hmm. I think she's a good addition. She looks like she could be your cat's daughter,
offspring. Yeah,
yeah, because she's black and white. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think she's cute.
Yeah, she has the similar markings because Mochi has one black ear and one black, and her tail's black and the rest of her body's white. Mm-hmm. But this one has two black ears and more black spots on her back and a black tail, but the rest is white. It's a similar pattern.
Yeah.
They could definitely be related, but I don't think they are.
What should Kirsten name her new cat?
Langston wants to name her Faye.
I saw that and I actually like it.
Me too. We've been calling her Faye.
It's really cute.
I guess it's after the first, something about female in comedy.
Well, I had an Aunt Faye and she was cool. She died of alcohol poisoning.
Oh shit.
Or alcohol issues, complications.
Yeah.
Probably liver failure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pancreatitis.
People said it was cancer until I got older, and then they were like, actually, Aunt Faye was a party animal and it was because of the alcohol.
Well,
I'm like, that's where I get it.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm sorry about your Aunt Faye.
It's okay. I was 3 when she died.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, I like the name Faye. Maybe we'll name her Faye.
I do like Faye.
It just doesn't really go with Mochi. I kind of wanted something cute that went with Mochi, but that's okay.
Like another food item.
Could be, yeah. Or another
Yeah.
Japanese thing. I don't know.
But Faye and Mochi's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
I don't know.
But we're currently...
it does fit her, I think. Like,
yeah, she's very, like dainty. She's got a little turned up nose, kind of. Like, she's kind of a little...
When I saw Langston post, like, I want to call her Faye, I was like, oh, that works.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's cute.
That's true. I mean, yeah, but I think Faye seems to fit her for now. Who knows? Maybe the owners will claim her. But now, it's been a few days, and I'm like, I don't want to give her back.
Kind of attached to her now.
And we've been taking care of her. Like, we gave her flea medication, like, took her to the vet, and, like, we've already invested some shit into her.
Right.
I don't want to give her back.
She's your cat.
But I want to figure out, like, I want to give her a proper vet visit, because, like, at the vet, we didn't do an actual checkup. We just, like, had them check for a microchip. Yeah. So I need to get her, like, properly checked. And I don't know if she has been fixed. And that's going to be an annoying thing because she's a female, and you definitely need to get the females fixed because they'll, like, go into heat and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Droopy was so annoying when she went into heat.
Yeah. So,
Don't miss that.
And I'd like to just get a general wellness check on her.
Yeah, of course. Maybe get her shots and stuff.
But I don't know. I wish I just knew more about her. Like, I wish I knew if she's already gotten that stuff or not.
Yeah.
And, like, how do you tell if she's been fixed or not?
I don't know. I mean, with Alfredo, they put, like, a little tattoo on him so that you could just tell. But I don't think they do that for cats.
Yeah. I mean, for stray cats, they clip their ear, but she's not a stray.
Yeah.
That I
don't know. Maybe the vet can do something.
Maybe. Or maybe I just have to wait until she goes into heat.
Yeah.
And see. That would be the, like, easiest way.
Yeah.
See if she goes into heat or not. Because she's around that age. I mean, she's like 5 pounds, which is like an older kitten.
Yeah.
She looks like maybe like 8 months to a year. Less than a year.
Less than a year for sure.
I think we'll keep her. We have been talking about wanting a kitten. So.
I know. You really have. And you've been missing Umi a lot lately.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
I manifested it because I think it was the same night that I was texting you guys, or it was the day after I was texting you guys pictures of Umi.
Yeah, that's why I think it was sent from the universe. I think you manifested her.
She is, sweetie.
So what are we talking about today?
Well, Allie, it's the last episode of STI September, and we decided we would talk about probably
the most
common of them all, which is
herpes.
So I'm Kirsten.
I'm Allie.
And you're listening to
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for herpes. Thank you for herpes.
Thanks for herpes. You know, nobody wants herpes.
But most adults have.
But a lot of adults have it.
Most have at least type 1, which is the cold sore type.
HSV1.
Yeah.
I feel like so many people I know have cold sores, and
like I feel like everybody has had one.
Yes.
Everybody I know has had a cold sore in their life.
Yeah, I feel like that too. And I mean, I've had one.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a couple in my lifetime.
Yeah. So I have HSV1 at least.
Yeah. So like, there's 2 out of 2 people right here who have HSV1.
So statistically, that's 100% of people in the room.
Yeah. And I feel like herpes is one of the most stigmatized STDs or STIs because, I mean, I'm guilty of it. Thinking like, oh shit, you have herpes, like, ew.
Yeah, like, ew, herpes.
Especially like in high school and stuff, because it looks bad. Like it's
one of the ones that like I think it's like that one and like genital warts were the 2 that were like gross.
But I mean, herpes is like little blister things, so that's also gross. But
we don't want that on our genitals.
We don't want that.
Happy.
No, but so many people have it, and the cold sore thing. It's just funny that it's so stigmatized and so like people are so grossed out by it. Or also it's not curable. It's another one that's not curable and you have it forever. But it's funny that it's so like, ew, you have herpes, because like the person saying that probably gets cold sores.
Yeah.
And it's the same exact fucking thing.
That is herpes too.
It's herpes. It's just on a different area. So
exactly.
You know, maybe don't judge people ever, but like you probably have herpes and you don't know it.
Right.
But there are 2 different types.
Yeah, so we talked about type 1, which is the cold sore type, which a lot of people don't know that you can also get that type on your genitals.
Yeah, so if somebody has a cold sore, or I guess they could spread it if they don't have a cold sore, but most likely they have a cold sore and they like go down on you, you could get HSV1 on your genitals.
Yeah.
So that's how that happens. And I feel like that's just not fair. Like, it sucks because it's like, how many times do you have oral sex and then you just like don't know if the person has herpes? Like, it's so common. So it can happen so easily.
But that's the same thing with like genital herpes too. It's like, like somebody could have what they thought was like razor burn or something, but it's actually a herpes sore. And I mean that's how it gets spread.
Because you don't know, and sometimes it just stays dormant in your body and you can spread it that way.
I mean, for the most part, I think it's like, obviously it's more easily spreadable if you're actually having a herpes breakout, but I read that it is possible to still spread it without having a breakout.
It's just really low.
Like really low
I think it's like a 2 or 4% chance of spreading it when you don't have a breakout. So it is really, and that's like without a condom. So that's like really low. So if you wear a condom, it's probably even less. I think it is a 4% chance because I did research this. But yeah, I think it's a 4% chance that you will spread it. So it's very, very low. And I think HSV1, you can get on your genitals. HSV2 is just genitals. So you can spread that obviously, but it's not going to be on your mouth, I guess.
HSV2, from what I read, is only spread through sexual contact. But those are like the hard facts. I've also heard, I don't know like the statistic that you've heard, but I've heard that 1 in 3 people have genital herpes.
I've heard that statistic too.
I've also heard 1 in 4, but either way. Like,
it could be, whatever. It's pretty close, but 1 in 3, 1 in 4. So it's a lot of people. And I feel like nobody talks about it because they're embarrassed because of the stigma, which I know we keep saying stigma for like every episode, but all of these are stigmatized.
But that's why we wanted to do this. We wanted to like destigmatize STIs in general. And they're all like blown out of proportion, and like not even blown out of proportion, but like they make you feel unnecessarily bad and shameful when you shouldn't be. Nobody's like ashamed of getting cancer. It just sucks, you know? Like it just sucks that you got that. Like it sucks, but you shouldn't be ashamed of it.
Because it's just something that happens. And honestly, like when you get it, because we have a couple friends who have it, and we have talked to them about it this week. We did to have more research.
Interview, kind of.
And I know that like normally the first breakout is the worst. And after that, it's like not that bad, and it doesn't really happen that often. I know my one friend said like when she gets stressed out, it tends to happen more. When she gets stressed out, it tends to happen more, but it's really not that bad. So yeah, I mean,
so my friend said that she only ever gets breakouts like 2 or 3 times a year. She stopped taking the medication for it. Like she used to take medication to try to, I think it's preventative or to prevent from spreading it or something.
And it prevents breakouts.
Okay, yeah. But she stopped taking it because, well, I'll get into that part later. But the point is she only gets it like 2 or 3 times a year. And she said that whenever she gets it, it's only 1 sore at a time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's not like a ton.
That's what my friend said too. It's like 1 sore here and there. But the first time that she had a breakout, it was multiple sores, and it was painful. So it can be really painful. But normally the very first breakout is the worst. So she actually told me a story about how she went to urgent care because she was like, oh shit, is this herpes? Like, whatever. And they were like, oh no, it looks like just some chafing, because it was like right where the underwear hits. And they're like, oh, I think it's just chafing. And then she was like, okay. And then it like didn't get better, and it kind of got worse. And then she went to like an actual doctor. Not that they're not actual doctors, but her primary doctor, I guess. And they were like, yeah, that's herpes. So it was funny because the first doctor was like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, that's crazy that a doctor saw that and was like, nah.
Yeah.
Can't be herpes.
Right. And, they don't even test for herpes when you go to get STD tested because it is so common. And they only test you if you're having a breakout at the moment.
Yeah, I remember I talked about this briefly in one of the episodes, but I got tested for herpes once because we had a herpes scare, me and my friend. And,
a herpes scare.
It was a herpes scare because we both like had sex. I told this story already, but yeah, it was like the same guy, and we heard a rumor that he had herpes, so we were like, oh shit, we gotta. And that's like another thing too, is like you hear a rumor, like that was like such a thing to happen like in I don't know, it was probably like 2010 or something. But in any case,
like, I heard they have herpes. Don't have sex with him.
Yeah, in any case, they told me like, oh, we can test you for it, but I think at the time they said they couldn't like really test it unless I had a sore.
Yeah.
Like,
because I remember when me and Kadar first started dating, we both wanted to go get tested for literally everything just to make sure that we were both clean before we really started doing it. And we couldn't find anywhere that tested for herpes. So it's just one of those things. I think it's like so normal that they're just like, yeah, whatever. Everyone has it.
Yeah. Well, I think it has to do with like it being a blood test.
Yeah, it could be.
It has to be like sent to a lab and stuff. At least that's like
HIV is a blood test too.
Yeah, but maybe they have like, because it's like more risky, quote unquote, like they have more of like access to, I don't know, but we can look it up.
Yeah.
But some more about like my friend's story is so she had an STI test and they told her she was positive for HSV1.
When was that?
Said she was around 22 and she's in her 30s now, so like 10 years ago probably.
Maybe they used to do it more and now they don't, because...
Or whoever you saw just...
Yeah, I don't know. But we went to like multiple places.
Yeah, I don't know. But then like when she found out, she told me that she told her coworker, and the coworker was like, oh yeah, I have it too. But the coworker had never had any symptoms.
Well, yeah, I think it is funny when you're like, oh, I have this, and someone's like, oh, me too, actually. Because I'm sure that happens so much. But I even had like in Charleston, small town, everyone knows who people slept with, and rumors and stuff get spread. And I remember this one guy was trying to flirt with me, and kind of like we made out, and then we didn't hook up because I heard he had herpes.
Yeah.
And I felt kind of bad.
That's such a thing though.
Now I feel bad because I'm like, oh, it's probably not even a big deal. And like,
I don't know. I feel
probably
like
couldn't have even spread to me. Like, it's very low.
I feel like even now, if it's like somebody that's like I don't really care about, that's like random, and like there was a rumor that they had herpes, I maybe like wouldn't just
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. If you find out that somebody has an STD and it's not like somebody you really care about, it's somebody you just want to hook up with.
Want to hook up with them.
Then like it's better to be.
It's probably just better to not. Yeah. So I did look it up. The CDC doesn't recommend routine herpes testing for people without symptoms because sometimes the blood test can't determine the infection, or it gives them like false positives.
Okay.
For healthy people, herpes doesn't have any like long-term complications or anything crazy, so it's almost like it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
I mean,
so like our theory was correct because
because
HIV is a blood test too, but because there are some like pretty severe complications that could happen from it,
like you have to know that you have it, because that's going to affect your life if you don't
get AIDS.
If you don't take medicine for it. But herpes, it's like, what's the big deal?
You get a sore like once a year, 2 years.
What's the big deal, you know?
Month or something. Yeah, it's not.
Which is funny because I don't know. Growing up, I was always like, oh my God, herpes.
I mean, I thought it was like you were getting like huge breakouts like all the time.
Right, all the time. And it was like blisters. It's so painful.
But if you think about it, like what we know about like mouth herpes, it's probably the same down there. It's like you get it like every once in a while, like when you're stressed or like when you're sick. Like
and I mean, how many cold sores have you had in your life?
I don't know. Probably like 4.
Yeah, and you're 33.
Yeah.
So if that tells you anything. Yeah.
So my friend also talked about how she used to take medication for it.
Yeah.
And the medicine, I guess most common medicine is Valtrex. That's like the name brand. There's generic type too. But in any case, she said that she was taking it because she started to get sores like down there. And so it's important to mention that she has HSV1, but in the genital area.
Okay.
So it's still herpes, obviously, but it must have been spread from like somebody giving them oral that had a cold sore. So they started getting sores and they started to take Valtrex. But I think this is important to note because it's like if you get herpes and you ever want to take medicine, this is what her experience was with the medicine. She said that it was like the pills are really big and she doesn't like swallow them, and then it gave her like a metallic taste in her mouth, so she stopped taking them because they were like kind of gross. And she said when she first got tested for it, she was 22. She's in her 30s now, and she never really gets cold sores these days and hasn't had one for many years.
Can I say something about the Valtrex?
Yeah.
There's another thing that my friend who I interviewed was telling me about that you can take instead of Valtrex. And I guess they've done a lot of studies, and it shows that it's just as effective. And it's actually all natural. It's made from bees.
Is it like a topical? Or do you take it in your mouth?
You take it in your mouth. It's called propolis, and it's a tincture. She said that she uses the tincture, which you just put some drops under your tongue or something, and it apparently does the same exact thing as this Valtrex stuff does. Okay. And she was just saying, like, if you don't have insurance or like access to the Valtrex, or if maybe you have a weird side effect like a metallic taste, like maybe that would be something you could take. But like you said, it doesn't really happen that often, so maybe it's not that big.
Yeah, but if it's like, let's say you're like you get a really uncomfortable one, that's something to try.
Yeah, you could definitely try that.
Yeah.
So propolis. The bees, they're saving everyone.
But, okay, I want to like add more from like the interview that I had with my friend. For her, she said, so she actually was kind enough to give me details about like what her breakouts are like. So she'll get a sore, just like one sore at a time, 2 to 3 times a year. I think I already mentioned that, but said it goes away like a week or 2 after it happens.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one thing to talk about. Should you tell your partners that you have herpes?
Okay, this will be interesting because I asked my friend this, and did you ask your friend this?
I did.
Okay, so what did she say?
She said that sometimes she tells people and sometimes she doesn't. With her current partner, she didn't tell him the first time, and then she told him after that and felt really guilty that she didn't tell him. But she's also like read on social media that a lot of people don't say it unless they're having a breakout. Yeah.
Okay, so my friend said that she also doesn't tell people sometimes unless they're going to become serious.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought like, that's wrong. Like, you should tell everybody that you sleep with.
I mean, I think that's like kind of the general consensus is like you should tell people that you have it. But
she had a really good point. She asked us like, do you tell people that you've had cold sores in the past before you kiss them?
Yeah, it's like kind of the same thing.
I was like, no.
Yeah.
I've never said, hold on, just so you know, I have had cold sores.
Or it's like when you let's say you have like the common cold or like the flu virus and you're getting a little sick. Sometimes you do tell people, but sometimes you don't.
Yeah, well, that's different because I feel like you get over that.
But it's still a virus.
It doesn't last forever.
It's a virus.
True.
Viruses.
But I just thought that was really interesting, like, because it's the same exact thing, right? It's just on your mouth. So it's like people don't want cold sores on their mouth. They don't want quote unquote cold sores on their genitals either. But do you tell every single person that you have had, like, we both know we have HSV1 because we've both had cold sores. Do you tell every single person that you either kiss or even if you like do oral with? Like, I've never said like, oh, by the way, I've had a cold sore before in my life.
I think like probably for me morally, what I would do and what I'd want is like if somebody were having a breakout, obviously just like don't have sex with me or like let me know.
Yeah.
But if you're not having a breakout at all and you're like for sure about that, then
yeah. And I've had people tell me before, like right before, and they're like, you know, I haven't had a breakout in 10 years or like however long. Like sometimes it's like you don't have a breakout since your first breakout. Like it just depends on the person.
Never have it again sometimes. Yeah.
But, you know, I always thought it would be really hard to tell people that. Like you kind of think that like, oh, I have herpes now, my sex life is ruined and I can't ever have sex again.
It's so stupid. It's not.
But that's not true. And one thing that is interesting is when my friend actually talked to me about this because she was seeing a new guy and she was like, oh, I've had sex with him like a couple times and I still haven't told him about it and I'm really nervous and I really like him and I'm really scared that he's gonna like just say never mind. And they're like at this point they're like obsessed with each other, like texting all the time. And she told him and everything was fine.
Yeah, that's what happened with my friend too. Like she told me,
like, okay.
I want to ask her more about like her experience with him because I wonder if she like knew after the first time that she really liked him and that's why she told him or what it was. But like anyway, she she told me like she felt guilty after the first time not telling him, and then she told him, and he was totally chill about it too. He was like, whatever. Like,
I know the girl that I talked to, she has like a whole big paragraph note in her phone that she sends to people like when she starts becoming like more sexually active with them, and it has like all these statistics about herpes and like how uncommon it is to like transfer it if you don't have a breakout.
When she like sends that,
and she like sends it, and she's like, listen, you know, I have this, but like here's some facts, like it's really not that big of a deal, but like but yeah, this guy that she just started seeing, he was like, okay, that's fine, I don't care. Like,
my friend's guy was just like, yeah, whatever.
So
I feel like people that are mature like get it.
Because once you get older, you start to realize like
most people have it, and like not most people, but like a lot of people have it.
A lot of people. And again, 80% of people have cold sores. I just read that statistic. So,
most like humans have HSV1 at least on the mouth.
So shut the fuck up. Also, again, we keep saying this, but like if you do get herpes, it is not the end of the world. You don't need to feel like your sex life is over or like be ashamed of it, because it is so common, and you probably don't know how common it is because people just don't talk about it a lot. Because they're embarrassed,
and because they're having like so little breakouts that it's
not affecting their life.
So like even if you do get it, don't worry. Don't worry, baby.
It's not over. Also, I feel like a lot of people, it's probably more people than we think, because a lot of people just have dormant symptoms. Because if they're not testing you unless you have a breakout, then how are you supposed to know if you even have it?
The stats say 1/3 of people, but it's probably more than that, to be honest. Because it's like 1/3 of people that actually got tested, and like I'm sure a lot of people just like have it, and maybe they like never did anything about it. Maybe they never went to the doctor, and they were just like, whatever.
I mean, you know, even like my other friend who had it and did go to the doctor, and they said, that's not herpes. You know, it's like,
even the doctor can be wrong.
The doctor could be wrong, and then here she is, like, spreading it. You just don't know.
And
you just don't know. Like, it's.
But even, I guess the main point is, like, you should tell people that you have it if you're having an active breakout. This is what I think. You should tell people that you have it if you're having an active breakout. Also, if you're going to have a long-term relationship with this person, and, like, the breakout could happen throughout your relationship with them. Obviously, you can tell them. But, like, also, it doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter if you get it. Like, don't be scared of it. It's not that big of a deal. Like,
I personally, if I had herpes, I think I would tell people every single time.
I don't know.
That's just me, though, because
really,
I feel like I would feel like I'm like carrying
what about
a
just
secret.
For like a hookup?
I don't know.
What if it's just hooking up with somebody for one time?
I don't know.
Tell them.
Maybe because when the one person who told me before we hooked up that they had herpes, I was like really thankful, and like I trusted them more, and I was like, wow, thank you so much for even telling me that. That's amazing. Like I felt really like safe with them after that.
But it doesn't.
But I don't know.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know that I would.
I haven't been in
honest.
that situation. So I don't really know.
I'm gonna be honest, because like, I mean, I haven't had a like casual dating scenario in years, like
same.
Almost 10 years. No, 7 years. And I don't know. I just don't know that I would tell somebody.
Would you always wear a condom, or would you always make them wear a condom? I think
I do anyway.
Well, I do too, but maybe if it was like that situation, like it's always like.
But if it's a girl, that's the other thing. Nobody fucking likes a dental dam.
Do people use those?
Embarrassing. I feel like they do. I don't know.
Dental dams.
People
Why
that
are they
have more
even called that?
having sex with girls, please let me know.
Why are they called dental dams?
Ew, I'm sure there's a better name for it, right? I'm
sure a man came up with that name.
Dental dam.
Well,
I think because that's what it was made for in the first place, was like for dentists to use. No, I think so.
Really?
And then they started to.
Like, oh, this might be good. They were like,
this is for this could be for the ladies.
Oh, okay. well, let's rebrand because that's a bad name.
Should we call our podcast Dental Dam? You mean rebrand the button?
Kirsten, Allie, and the Dental Dams.
The Dental Dams.
We're just the Dental Dams because we're like damsels.
We are Dental Dams.
Dental damsels. Is that all we want to say about the herp?
I think that's kind of it. I feel like just to wrap things up, don't be scared of it. Let people know, but also don't feel guilty if you don't let every single hookup know. I don't know.
We're not gonna like. I'm not judging you if you don't let every single person know.
Yeah,
and I think I would before I actually talked to my friend about that because I really thought that was a eye-opening point about like the cold sores and like, do you tell people before you kiss them? Like, no, of course I don't.
You tell them maybe if you have a cold sore.
Because I don't have a cold sore right now, so why would I bring that up?
Yeah.
So it's like, but if I had a cold sore, like, of course I'm not going to be kissing people or sharing drinks with people. Or
but I feel like sometimes even when you have a cold sore, you just don't think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. Yeah. But like now, I don't know.
Yeah,
now that you know that like it can be spread, like I think if I had a cold sore, I would just be careful not to let people drink from me or like kiss people. I don't know.
You know what I think about when I think about cold sores? I think about that scene in Freaky Friday. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh my God.
When the mom, it's like after they switch and like what's her face is the mom and her fiance tries to kiss her and she's like cold sore. They're making a new Freaky Friday.
I saw
Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see the new one.
Me too.
I would definitely watch it. Lindsay Lohan is looking great.
She's snatched.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Some of her fillers dissolved and then redone, and now she looks really good.
Oh, really? She looks better. Yeah, she
had like
look a little bit like
they call it pillow face.
Yeah, I've heard of that. All right.
Okay, let's get to
so let's wrap this shit up.
Hexens and blessings, because it is spooky season.
Yeah.
So we're bringing back the Hexens and blessings. So
blessings and Hexens,
blessings and Hexens,
blessings and Hexens. I do have some things to say.
All right, go for it.
So I want to hex anybody who abandons a little cute kitten on the street.
Amen.
I see like horror stories of people like putting a litter of kittens in a bag in the dumpster. And that like happens. Like who the fuck does that? Like at least like throw the like let them go run free. Like
I know. That's like evil.
Yeah, like why put them in a bag in the dumpster? Just like let them run free if you're gonna do if you're gonna do something like neglectful. Like, let them run free.
Why put them in a bag in a dumpster?
Like, why do people do that?
Anybody who abandons an animal at all needs to be
fucked.
Hexed.
You're fucked.
You're getting hexed.
Yeah, you're getting hexed.
Someone abandoned my dog, and they're getting hexed.
Yeah, somebody shot Mochi and her litter of kittens with a fucking BB gun.
I forgot about that.
Yes.
If you abuse animals,
who does that?
You're getting hexed.
That is so crazy. Like, I'm going to hex you to death.
Literally, you should die.
Seriously.
If you hurt animals, you should just die.
Like, what the fuck?
Death penalty.
Like, that's so fucked up. Like, why do people do that?
I don't know, and it kills me because the animals are so precious and innocent.
Well, they always say, like, the first sign of a serial killer is somebody who harms animals.
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot out there.
I think that people that harm animals, honestly, and I'm not exaggerating, should be, like, institutionalized.
Psychoanalyzed
like the first,
in an institution.
They need to, like, be sent away.
Yeah, literally.
Because that's how we, like, the first sign
the first
of animal
you
abuse.
Kill, you're getting locked up in the mental hospital,
honestly.
And you're never coming out.
Yeah, because that's how we prevent, like, real...
Literally.
Like serial killers.
To me, if you can kill an animal...
Yes.
Like, I could probably... This is bad. I could probably kill a human before I could kill an animal.
Yeah, honestly.
I'm not even kidding. Like,
if the human deserved it.
If they deserved it.
An animal never deserves it.
No.
An animal is just like... Okay, here's the thing. There would be a scenario that I would kill an animal, like, if they're, like, attacking me or,
if a lion...
Like, if a bear was, like,
attacked you, I would shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to. It wouldn't be
it's not like,
for my pleasure.
But that's just, like, the circle of life.
Also, if I was on... What happened?
I just, like, felt like my skirt, like, go like this. And I don't think I did that.
Okay, here's another ghost thing that just happened. This ghost is trying to get up in
bro.
Kirsten.
That was freaky as fuck.
This ghost is trying to get up in Kirsten's skirt. He's trying to lift it up. It's obviously a man ghost.
Okay. In any case, fuck anybody that wants to like abuse an animal. Like seriously.
Honestly.
You need to go die in a ditch.
Literally go die. I don't care about you.
To suffer.
You're the scum of the earth.
Like, fuck you. Seriously.
Fuck you. How about I put you in a garbage bag
how would
in
you
the dumpster,
like that?
tied up
like that?
with your hands tied so you couldn't undo it? How about that? How would you like it?
Fuck you.
Probably wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
And people do that to fucking babies.
Yes. Like, what the fuck?
Like, the innocent things, the innocent creatures of the world.
It's like people, like, just want to do, like, the least... Okay. If you want to surrender your baby, you can, like, literally just, like, leave your baby...
in front of a fire station.
Yes, the fire station. The police station.
They will literally take care of the baby. Like, they'll figure it out.
Don't put it in a dumpster.
Why you
like,
put it
what
in a
the
dumpster?
fuck? What the actual
People
fuck?
who abuse innocent creatures on this planet need to die. Okay? That's all I gotta say. So hex them all.
Hex them.
Hex.
Hex. Do you want to do your hex and then I'll do my bless?
Yeah. I want to hex people who cheat on their spouses.
If you're in a monogamous relationship and you're cheating, like, what are you even doing?
Especially if you're married.
Yeah, for 20 years.
What are you doing? For example, hypothetically.
What the fuck?
What are you doing? Like, you need to just leave the person.
Yeah.
Just leave them. If you want to cheat on your husband or wife, leave them.
You're a coward if you don't.
It's a bad sign.
You're a fucking coward if you don't.
And obviously something very wrong is happening. And
yeah. If you're unhappy in your marriage, you need to talk to your spouse about it.
Like, separate. Yeah. At least be like, fuck you. I don't want to see you again. I'm going to go have sex with someone else. Like, at least say it before you do it. Because that is cowardly.
So disrespectful.
To sneak around, to lie, to delete messages and delete things out of your phone. Like, that's so shady.
That's so shady.
And I have too much of a conscience. Like, I would not be able to handle that.
No.
So, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Like, don't do that to somebody you love. Like, that's the person that you chose to dedicate your life to.
So many people cheat.
It's crazy. It's honestly so crazy.
Because to me, it's like the biggest betrayal.
It is.
It really
honestly,
is.
For me, like,
all
if
you have to do
me,
is keep it in your pants.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
It really isn't.
It's really not.
Like, you could just not.
Like, I don't even want to touch anyone else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that.
That's how I feel too. Like, whenever I'm in a committed relationship, I'm like, I don't know. I just, like, have no interest.
It's like a block goes up in my brain and I'm like, nope. Like, it just doesn't even cross my mind.
I never, like, even, like, get crushes.
Or entertain a crush.
Yeah.
Or, like, flirt too hard. Like,
yeah.
It's just gross to me. It's skeezy. It's
like,
slimy.
I don't even want to because I'm, like, with somebody. You know? It doesn't make sense.
So this is some tea I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, shit.
And this person's going to get hexed. So maybe this is who I'm going to hex.
Okay.
There's some tea. It's drama at, I will not say the area, but it is a workplace. And this man has a secret wife and baby.
What?
But meanwhile is sleeping around with people he works with.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so he has slept with like 2 different girls at the company.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, he's in an arranged marriage with his wife. And he is always saying, like, because the only person that knows is his manager and then the manager's manager.
Damn.
So he always says...
You need to get more friends outside of work. Like, what the fuck?
He always says, you know, it's an arranged marriage and we're just friends. Homie got his wife pregnant.
Yeah,
so
that's
obviously
reckless.
that's not just friends. And it's actually pretty hard to get people pregnant. So you had to have been doing it.
Have been
more
having
than
like
once.
Unprotected sex a lot.
Yes.
For that to happen.
And once he had the baby, he went on leave and told everyone at the office that he was just going back home for a while to visit family. And then some girls at the office made a fake Instagram account because he won't follow anybody at his job, made a fake Instagram account so that they could follow him on Instagram, like just pretending to be some random girl because he's a sleazeball. So he's like, oh, accept. And I guess he like posts about his family all over the place on Instagram, but never speaks about it at work, and like continues to hit on people at work, sleep with people at work. Like, he's a scumball.
Ew.
So,
especially like bringing that into the workplace is so...
It's so weird.
You're a loser, bro.
Yeah, he's a loser. He's such a loser. So, and I wonder what his wife thinks. Like, does she know that it's just a friendship marriage?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure she's not condoning this activity.
No.
Like, and even if they had that kind of agreement, like, the way he's doing it is so sleazy.
It's so sketchy.
Yeah.
Hex you. Hex you.
Sir. Hex the cheaters. Hex all the cheaters out there. Like, don't fucking lie.
The lying part is what gets me.
Yes.
It's like, that's worse.
Like, just don't fucking lie.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Cheat on me, but be honest about it. And then if I call you out and I say, I know you cheated on me, don't say, no, I didn't. No, I know. What are you talking about? Like,
because we know.
Just say, okay, yes, you're right, I did. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then I'd respect you a little tiny bit more. But not much, because fuck all the cheaters.
You know, I'm
very passionate about this.
I had a boyfriend that cheated on me once, and I'm like manipulative. Well, okay. I just remember because he had like a history of cheating with past relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And it was one of those things like when we started dating, we were like so in love, and I'm like, oh, he'll never do it to me. But I made sure to tell him, I was like, if anything ever happens, like, please just tell me.
Yeah.
And I, like, sort of said, like, doesn't mean we're going to break up, even though it does.
Because it's kind of like, if you're honest with me, that goes a long way.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I wanted him to think that we wouldn't break up.
Oh, you did it on purpose. He was like,
yeah. I was just like, I won't break up with you.
But I will break up with you.
But I am going to break up with you in my head. Yeah. And you know who? Okay. So he would, like, go... He was an alcoholic, and he would just, like, go to the bars, like, in a small town. And one night he came back, like, really drunk, and he was like, I kissed this girl at the bar. And I was like, I think I was drunk, too, or something. But I, like, was in the bed, and I, like, kicked him, and I was like, that's over. I just remember he was, like, trying to, like hug me and, like cuddle me. And I was like, fuck you. And, like, I, like, kicked him off me. I was, like, kicking my legs.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah. But the only reason, and I remember him being, like, at the time, like, oh, well, like, you said, like, just to tell you, and, like.
Well, bitch, I lied. Just like you.
That also doesn't mean you get, like, a free pass.
Yeah.
Like, what does it, yeah.
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 That's crazy. Well, hex all those people.
Yeah, hex those people.
Do you have anyone you want to bless today?
Yeah. Well, okay.
What if you're like, no, I just hate everyone. I want to hex everyone.
I'm going to bless my friend Candace because her birthday is coming up.
Candace.
And next weekend, well, no, sorry. On Saturday, we're going to be hanging out with Candace. She lives in Long Beach, which doesn't seem that far, but it is far.
It is far.
I see her like twice or 3 times
It's like
a
a
year.
whole thing you got to plan, and it's like a whole day trip thing.
But yeah, she's 29, I think.
Oh, and she's an avid listener of the pod.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. So sorry if I got your age wrong. No, I'm pretty sure it's 29 because I had a memory, like an Instagram memory that said 2 years ago she was turning 27, so she's 29.
Okay.
But
she's just a baby.
She's just a baby.
Well, that'll be fun. We're both going to go. I'm going to try really hard not to drink.
Ew.
I know. I just think my body.
I didn't mean to react that way.
I think my body's like really rejecting it. My side has been hurting. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh.
But I'm going to try really hard not to. But
I think you're probably going to drink.
I probably will, if we're being honest. But
you just don't.
I'll let you know.
Just don't drink a lot.
Yeah, that's what they all say. Happy birthday, Candace.
Happy birthday, Candace. You're 29.
And you're a peach. I really love her.
Yeah, she's a sweetie. I wish she lived closer so I could see her more.
I know.
Because she's really just the coolest
She's
little
just
gal.
a gem. I really like Candace.
She's just like a sweet North Carolina girl.
And she's down to earth.
She's down to earth. She's
funny.
Artsy. She likes cats. She got cool tattoos.
Yeah, she's a cool girl.
She's talented.
Yeah, and she's a girl's girl.
She's a girl's girl.
Yeah, so we love her.
Back.
Yeah, we love Candace.
Yeah, we love her.
Happy B-Day. Bless you.
Happy B-Day. Bless.
Speaking of birthdays, kind of ties into my blessing too.
Okay.
I want to bless my boss. Because so I mentioned yesterday, because I've been going to the office every day, I mentioned yesterday we started talking about moms or something, and I was like, oh shit, my mom's birthday's tomorrow. And she was like, oh, we should do something. And then that was it. And then she got cupcakes delivered to the office, and she was like, it's Mom's cupcakes. Like, and they were from our favorite spot, which is Miss Susie's, because they're just really, really good. And we had like a whole little cupcake party, and she was asking me questions about my mom and like what was my favorite thing about her, and like I'm so happy that we could celebrate this with you. And it was like so sweet. I've never had like a boss.
That is like really thoughtful for a boss
job
to do. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, so I thought that was really, really nice, and I've just like never had that done for me before, and especially in
the workplace.
Workplace, which I've worked there for a long time, but still, like, no one, like, I just didn't expect her to really do anything.
Yeah,
and then she did, and I just thought that was so sweet. And she just kept saying, like, it's Mom's cupcakes. Like, we're celebrating for Mom. And, like, she was just saying, like, every time you talk about your mom, I just think, like, you're so much like her.
Yeah,
and
you do seem a lot like her from when you talk about her.
Yeah, so it was a good day. We were all crying.
Aww.
But it was just really sweet. So I want to bless my boss because she's the best.
Bless, bless.
Bless, bless, bless.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
All right, friends. Well,
that's all, folks.
That's all we got for you this week. And next week is going to be, I'm excited.
I'm really excited.
It's spooky season.
Spooky season. It's our favorite season.
Our fucking favorite.
It's our favorite month, favorite holiday.
We love it.
We're going to talk a lot about scary things.
Spooky, scary,
and mystical, perhaps.
Mystical.
Spiritual.
Yes. Again, if you got ghost stories, let us know.
Or just any creepy stories, even if it's like UFO stories.
Oh, yeah,
or
that's
aliens,
fun too.
Like anything weird, we want to know about it. So don't forget to email us those, just like you did last year.
Yeah. And we have been reading your emails. Trust.
Always reading your emails, and we really appreciate everyone reaching out.
Yeah, thank you guys. We can't always respond. I'm sorry. We are busy bees.
We are very busy, so, but just know that we do see them, and we do appreciate it.
We hear you. We read all the emails.
Yeah. Also, this episode is sponsored by Tia. Tia. Just kidding. It's not. I'm manifesting.
Yeah. We're going to be sponsored by somebody soon. Okay. Bye, guys. Love you so much. Bye.
Bye. Mwah.